Hello. Let me record this as well here.
Recording in progress.
Hello. Welcome to lesson 5 in my part of this calligraphy and painting class, summer 2024. Today is very hot here in Los Angeles, 115 degrees outside.
Wow.
Yeah. So to choose the highest degree, the last night was like lowest is like 70 something. We cannot sleep. Anyway, so after this class, we may not continue if I try to cover as much as possible what's left in this survey. So first of all, let me go through some of the development in the mid-Ming Dynasty through the late Qing to the modern time. The first artist we have mentioned in last class is Wen Peng. He is the son of the great master of Wen Zhenming, one of the four masters, literary artist, calligrapher, and painting artist in the Ming Dynasty. But his son is more famous in not only painting and calligraphy, but still engraving art. He has a couple of contributions. One is he teaches, so his students become very famous artists and style of their own, like He Zhen. So together, Wen and He, the second artist on the list, actually they are student, friend, pupil, and master relationship. So everybody is from Wen Peng in Ming Dynasty because he has a family tradition. Also, he has a vision and the taste for the art of. As we mentioned, after the seal become a art form and people become artists, and style is usually associated with pure art. When we talk about style, it's a pursuit of purpose, in art, not for the art's sake, not for practical reasons. And Wen Peng is also known for creating a recipe for the seal paste. The seal paste that later we all use. It's a mixture of some reed flags and cinnabar powder. Nowadays we don't use cinnabar. There still is, but they are very expensive. And the oil and some other herbs, very very complex mixture, and they produce the best seal imprint. And this is my recent collection, I guess. Speaking of collection, the next artist, He Zhen, he founded Anhui, Anhui, his hometown, his home state, or province, Anhui School, because the place also known as Hui, the Hui School. Hui School of Ceramic Art, founded by him. He's a student of Wen Peng, and he is known for the first person who published his seal engraving imprint collection, like I did a few years ago digitally, and I have accumulated over a dozen seal engraving copies. And I'm not sure if there are two kinds of two possibilities. One is the original. He will stamp like 5 or 10 copies and distribute to close friends. So that's one kind of possibility. And another is maybe it carved into wood or stones, place, and make just like those painting manuals, right? So the nature of seal engraving is for printing basically. And I have a family book I received from my parents, and they got from my brother-in-law's family. So this is their name, Mr. Qiu Yingchang and his wife, and sent to my father and my parents, father and mother. This booklet contains 80 imprints selected from over 8,000 imprints. By that time, I think it's 2009. 2009, after his retirement in about 30 years. So when he passed away a few years ago, he has done over 10,000 for sure. Over 10,000 as a hobby. Let me show you this book so you can see my hand. So he has a original imprint in this hand-bound book with computer paper. You can see it's pretty old-fashioned with those this kind of printer we don't have anymore, like this holes. And he would handwrite the interpretation because not everybody can read that, and also note where he published it. He has been an author of seal in many publications, newspapers, magazines around in the country, in China, during his retirement. So it's a hobby, but also he enjoyed publishing them publicly. So there are many political terminologies or slogans. Some are for like healthy living advices. Some just mood seals, basically mood seals, but they're very. That's his. He will spend all day carving this on all 4 sides, all 6 sides of the stone. So you can divide by 4. So how many stones? 10,000 imprint of such will take. Right? He will carve on the side of the stone, like this, rectangular ones. Okay, I will go back to this if necessary. But you can see his style is contemporary, right? Not as the Han or the Song dynasty. But from now, I want to test your knowledge. Can you tell what kind of style of seal script of this with He Zhen, the leader of this Hui school? He basically followed the Han style, okay, Han style, and also the Wenpeng seal is here, and they're kind of square lines and pretty even distributed with negative and positive. But this school, the next one, is founded by Chen Sui. Chen Sui is another Anhui master, a different county maybe. So She is the place where the inkstone would, the most famous place. They also probably make produce seal stones, I guess. You can see what kind of style he primarily is known for. The great seal script, ancient seal script, bronze, is based on the rubbings of bronze inscriptions from the Warring State, or early, actually, the Zhou dynasty could be. So that's can you tell that it's more pictographic compared to the squareized Han style, right? Now you should be able to tell. If you go back to my handout in the sorry, I'm not going live now. I thought I was going live. Anyway, now I have click on that. So we're also live on internet. Okay. So these two, in the historical context, representing Han Dynasty or Warring State, but in the hands of the literati artist, they are not carved on, not casted on bronze, as in the history. Now they are carved on exclusively on the Qingtian or Shousan stones, starting from the Wenpeng and or earlier, in the Mifu, in the early Song, but we don't really know the object. But from Ming Dynasty, we have a collection of books, and we have actually the seals left from this. They are highly pursued at a higher price, very equals to the weight of gold when they're in the Ming Dynasty even. So they are highly going after as art and with high price. So these two actually both belongs to the Anhui province. And the regional difference, the neighboring city Hangzhou is the host place of the Shilin school, the 8 masters of Shilin, and the lead founded by Ding Jing. Ding Jing is the father of Shilin school. Shilin is famous with the seal paste, the seal paste that is the best brand, they endorsed by the Shilin Seal Engraving Society. And speaking of techniques, there are only 2 kinds of daofa or engraving techniques. One is called pushing. So you kind of let's show you. Okay, I try to show you a little bit. One is pushing, like using a corner only, right? Like this. This is pushing, or you can push backwards, but either way, it's plowing. Okay. Another is founded by Ding Jing. He is very distinctive. And these lines, either yin or yang, are not pushed forward or backward. It's cutting down like that. Can you hear it? Can you see it? Okay, cutting. Just put using a corner, but just downward with a little bit. It's a because this angle, so there's the cut is like a triangle. Instead of a long line like this, he would do little by little. So you can cut in Yang style, you will cut this side also like this, cutting down. So very choppy. I call it choppy style. That's it. See, that's that kind of chop to create this old and even edge, kind of not soft, but it's kind of choppy edge. What do can you see? Can you feel it? If you enlarge it, you'll see even more clear, right? You see that it's not a straight line, right? So that's Ding Jing. His style is very recognizable. This is called the Qie in Chinese. Qie, cutting instead of Chong, pushing. So this only two. There are many detailed techniques, within this two major methods. Okay, but so far we haven't talked about Qie. I think I talked about when you got a hard like a sand, we call it glasses, kind of hard stone. You cannot push through. You cut from top down. That's how you do it. Yeah, you can crush it from top down. But even without that, you can cut like Ding Jing does, just little by little, point by point. It's like this. Yeah. Okay. Another master in the Ming Dynasty. I think it's still Ming Dynasty, right? Yeah. It's Deng Shiru. He has a theory that based on his calligraphy experience, skill, and he think the writing should come in accordance with seal, and the seal come out according to writing. So seal and calligraphy become one. So he used the knife as if a brush, an iron brush, So some members of his school would write the calligraphy like 100 times until they are satisfied, with a brush, and then transfer that onto the stone to carve. So you start with writing, yeah, not just with nowadays we use a hard like a marker or something. He used brush. So the calligraphy in soft brush calligraphy reflect in his soft kind of style, cursive style. A little quick quiz here. Can you recognize what style of this cursive round, thin red line is first appeared in the history? Who is the artist, if you remember? Or what dynasty is named after? Anybody? If you don't have any hint, go to the handout number 3. It's a 9 curve with the 9 curve, 9 folds one. Yeah, that one. The Yuan red stroke, thin red stroke. 圆珠细圆珠纹. The Yuan could mean the round. Also in Chinese, the Yuan dynasty. So we usually just write Yuan dynasty, but it actually means the rounded, the cursive, thin red. 珠 means red. 圆珠纹. Yuan dynasty or cursive style, red stroke, which is very famous in the early Yuan dynasty, represented by Zhao Mengfu. He doesn't carve his seal. He he design. he wrote, just like Deng Shiru. So Deng Shiru actually is a follower of that trend, that school. from the Yuan dynasty. Song.
So how does he make the circles?
The circles, you just carve like this, right? Just carve. You turn your like this, half and half. See, like this. That's a hole, and then you cut the outside. You turn the stone and cut, and you have to turn the stone like this. Turn the stone. If you have the wise, the turning wheel, it will help. Just like that, right? You can do little by little, not half, maybe less than quarter. Could be, you just go slow. So that's so you got that kind of circle. Yeah.
Henry, do we know what each of these seals say, what they mean?
I tried not to diverse our focus is on the formal. Some of them just the name, like this one, just the name of the artist, and some of them a studio name, like this is a 白云风烛 White Cloud Peak studio host of 白云峰 is his studio name, and this one is a wood seal. It reflects his aesthetics, I think. It's a E means idea or thought or 写意, right? Idea. E means heart or thought, yeah, thought. Or mind, yeah, mind. Yu means with, ancient. 古会 会 means meet or converge or meet. Yeah, I think mind meet the ancients. 异于古会. My mind, okay, mind meet the ancient. Yu means with. The classic Chinese reads the with, mind with ancient meeting. I don't know if it makes sense, but actually the proper English would be yeah.
My mind meets with the ancient.
Yeah, with the ancient. My mind meets the verb is it's the 会 yeah. 异于古会, it's a phrase. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now our challenge. Let me read that. I think I already posted the description here. Oh, I think I didn't summarize. Okay, yeah, I got this commission from Nick. He's a returning client in Australia. I've done my first 9th font style seal for him, and now he come back for something different that I normally don't do. Nicholas 10. His email, I think design. Anyway, yeah, I tried to find his original email conversation with me. He says he saw some videos on YouTube. I did some Qi Baishi style, but I have ruled out that people can actually request that, because it really depends on the character and the content and the size of stone, etc., etc. So I don't really let people select the style, but he wants to be, me to do that style with two characters that his nickname, but it's very coincident. I have found reference of this common character as in Qi Baishi's nickname seal. So he was in southerner before he moved to Beijing. In southern China, we normally call our close family members by this this prefix nickname. Like my first name is Xiao Hui, right? Xiao is already a kind of nick. Everybody Xiao, Deng Xiaoping, but you can also call Hui, So in his case, in Qi Baishi's case, his Zhi is his name. Baishi is his artist name, white stone. But his original name is Zhi. Zhi means mushroom or kind of reishi mushroom, and his nickname Zhi. His family, his mother or father will call him like that. So my client has a name Chen Zhiyi, I think. Yeah. So his nickname, his family nickname is Yi. He officially he could use Zhiyi, just like me, Xiao Hui. But my family are not really using this. But I know lots of friends of mine. They have this in the southern dialect area. So I designed this too based on the Qi Baishi style, like this and this. It could be either yang or yin. And his most famous style is this, the single cut. So his cut is pushing, but he push very, very hard and try to do it in one cut. You can see the this large one here. He cut like this. Just let it chip on one side. Yeah. So that's basically how he do it. Okay, just one cut, single cut. Normally we would do another cut on this side to make it smooth, right? So his cut has a coarse side, which is on the top, on the horizontal strokes, and you can see he cut from left to right, and then on the verticals he cut maybe on the left side, but sometimes he double cut that. Just if you see this verticals here, the middle one has a double cut. But basically, his characteristic style is single cut, called the Dan Dao, the single cut, straightforward, simplicity, single cut strokes. And his composition is known for making the against the common rule in the Han Dynasty. If you look at the early seals, it's more even, but it tends to be more contrast between sparse and dense. But he exaggerated that. He would also shift the center, like this, to make the space uneven. So usually they are even. They're evenly distributed space, but he will concentrate, make some dense, so dense that there's no room for a needle, and sparse, so open that you can let the horse running. That's the metaphor, the seal engraving word they use. Okay, so he has a strong legacy. If you look at my relatives' collection, you can immediately see some Qi Baishi influence. See the seal number one, but his cutting is so powerful. You know, to get one cut is very challenging. I can tell you. So, but you can see the distribution of space. So it has and this is not a single cut, double cut, but with the space arrangement, you can still feel like Qi Baishi wake of influence by Qi Baishi. You can see this and how the space is rearranged to sometimes, you know, in my first glance is because when I was when I met him and I you know when he showed me his work, I feel it's too contemporary, but we have to be clear that history is evolving. You know, they're not only the Han Dynasty is not the standard, it's the inspiration, but you have to adapt to the contemporary taste. So the world has changed. So this kind of taste would change every 30 years or every generation. So maybe not popular like this anymore. There will be something else. It's more like the Han Dynasty quick cutting seals. I think those military general seals we call it, but you can probably see that as well. Some more less squarish, less more organic or childish even. So sometimes you can see a mixture of grass style with everything else in the calligraphy. So he is very experimental and very open to styles, and you can see some calligraphy Han style, clerical style in this seal. So everything is possible, and he tried to make and he's a role model for me, you know, to be so diligent and so devoted. And he's kind of deaf; he cannot really communicate well with anybody. He is so concentrated on his own world of seal engraving art. 10,000. This is only the first 30 years after his retirement. He's very good. He enjoyed himself, and why he makes this book is simple. He wants to be. He does not pursue become famous in the time of his own, but hopefully pass down to late generations with the family. So I have another friend of mine. He told me his grandfather is one of those school masters, and he has a collection of such books he wants to show me. And now he's in Beijing inheriting his mother's heritage. So it's a kind of family tradition, I would say. I do have my grandfather's seal, my both my father's father or my mother's father. So seal is like the cultural heritage. They carry on the with them all the time in the past, and they usually cut very precious stones. So they're passed on as a souvenir, as a heritage, family heritage. And you can carve your family name to pass your late generations. They may not speak Chinese anymore, but like Chen Zhiyi here, the client in Australia, he is English speaking, but he's tried to find his root. His root is pursue, not only the characters with different styles he collecting them. Anyway, so I only have about half an hour, less than half an hour. I'm going to carve this seal. I do have another one he commissioned. It will be on Shousan. I will do it after the class, just to show you. And this one is another. He has a he has studied different religious traditions, and he found some common beliefs in female goddess, like Mazu or the Guan Yin, and so he wanted me to carve this female goddess. Give me power or something like that. And in Laozi, the Earth Mother is also a female. So Mu Shen, female deity or Shen, spirit, bestowed power. Okay, grant power. So I'm going to carve this one. It's an Indian stone, Sosan kind of, very substantial, very heavy, dense, very heavy. And he wants to do this one, so it will be typical Qi Baishi. He liked all 4 designs I made. Other 2 are different first names, first character, because it will be the official one, first name, but this one has this nickname. I think it's more adhered to Qi Baishi's original. So Qi Baishi used this word in his own family nickname seal. So I would do I think that's a great option. Admin selection. Very typical.
Henry?
Yes.
Could I ask a practical question while you're preparing that? Because you're about to do what I have been struggling with. I made impressions with toner ink.
Yeah.
I went to Kinko's.
Yeah.
To Kinko's, and I made copies with toner ink, and then I used the acetone.
Yeah.
Now maybe the acetone is not strong enough.
Oh, you have to use pure. Yeah.
But I just can't get the impression to transfer.
It's wrong, right? I think.
Yes.
Oh, someone told me that for the imprint must be. I mean, the printout must be fresh. But this one is overnight. Let's see. I think maybe try different acetones. Maybe try. I think it doesn't matter how long it was printed. I think. But with Marie, she says only within a couple hours it will work, but later it won't. I don't have that problem. Yeah, maybe try this. Yeah, timing. I think if it's too dry, it will not work. If it's too wet, it won't. See, this works. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I don't really need because this kind of spontaneous style, I don't need to be that accurate, but it's okay. So
I've been so frustrated. I've been drawing it freehand.
Oh, don't. Well, freehand is very traditional, but just make sure you do it the right or the mirrored way. So this is a flip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So this,
exactly.
This actually, like of Deng Shiru, the artist we mentioned, he would probably draw it with a brush. So if you're a good calligrapher, they prefer to do that. And you can just use the let me show you the marker. Yeah, the marker maybe was.
Yeah, you see my screen?
Yeah. Okay, let me see. You can see. Oh yeah. Okay. That's a shot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Actually, I will draw a little thicker, and then you can adjust it. So you just need a good composition to start with. So you don't have to draw exactly and cut pixel accurate, pixel to pixel accurate. Yeah.
I'm lucky I got this.
Yeah. I've seen people just draw with a very thick line. They cut very thing into this when they cut. So you just need a reference, not exactly the final result on the stone. Okay, choose.
Yeah, I thought that was thick.
Yeah, that you can adjust it later. That I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to do this just to. So Qi Baishi would do it in two directions. One all the horizontals and then all the verticals, right? So I first of all need to see which side is. So according to this reference here, I think he cut the left. Left is right. Right. So I will just cut the downside of the horizontals, right? But this seal originally was yang, so it's kind of double cut. I don't really care about the chipping. I want to keep the yang, this kind of because we cannot really control the chipping, so I will just do it without. Can we? Let me see if we can get this larger so I can. Okay, can you see it better now? Okay. Yeah, this is on the left. This is what I'm doing. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't really mind the chipping. I just want to do what I planned. So I'll do double cut. In most cases, maybe just a few main stroke. I call it main stroke to stylize, to borrow Qi Baishi's style. So this is not going to be a fake for Qi Baishi, So that's why Qi Baishi is impossible, just like in his painting. He said, to learn from me, you live. To copy me, you are dead. So don't copy exactly, because he does encourage people to copy his template, kind of. Not, but I think in later years he changed. He asked his female student, he copied exactly. But his male student in early years never copy him, like Wang Xuetao, Li Kuchan. They all developed their own style eventually. So he's an artist, very planned, very simple kind of. He says the simple approach is the best. Okay, you can notice the difference is the image on my stone is mirrored. So I do have one print is flipped, so I can see here. Can you see it? Okay, you can see that now. I think most important is not to push through the crossing stroke, that would be kind of hard to rescue. So just make sure you, and even he does the single cut. His sharp point are kind of blunt, not so weak. Otherwise, you want to kind of enlarge that a little bit, so it's not too sharp.
Your cuts are very shallow, right?
No, actually, I try to cut very deep. I try to cut one cut. It should be, or not so deep, because you cannot really cut this too deep, right? Because this is in our negative cutting. So if you cut deep, the stroke will be wider. I try to make it wider than the design. Maybe I can cut it a little wider than the design, but it will be kind of sharp on the end. So that when you get sharp, you cannot go deep. Okay. And here's the long stroke in the middle. So I'm going to do that one. And this one, I didn't find a reference in his collection. I mean, the dictionary of Qi Baishi's characters. So I have to adapt from a dictionary, just ordinary style into his style. So this one. So this one looks like a thicker on the bottom. So I'll just cut it down. Just cut outside the frame. Okay, then. Okay. Sometimes I just borrow the Zhe school, just cut down. That can make a controlled cut. Instead of pushing, you can easily go over. Go too far. So cutting is okay. I think this one. I think I'm looking at the wrong image constantly. Got confused. Okay, this one actually should be a slant. Well, it should be a slant. Should be slant.
Henry, it seems like cutting a negative image allows you to be much more precise.
Right, negative is easier. It's easier. Okay. It's much. This one is more spontaneous, especially in Qi Baishi. He like a single cut. He won't go back. Just one stroke business. So let's do this.
But his image on the right is positive, right?
Yeah, that's positive. That's the original design. I flip it after I showed him. My client want to see the negative. So I flipped it on the computer. So the original character was positive. So I tried to. So I really cannot really make it into negative because it's not single cut to service. You're right. Yeah. So that's the reason I think the challenge is. So I think we have some confusing here. The horizontal stroke goes up for some reason in the print. So I have to restore that. Just ignore that. Maybe it's moved somehow. It's weird. It moved my design up. So you can have something happen just in the print, in the transfer process. So sometimes I like those random effect. I confirm it. But sometimes I don't like. I have to restore the original. So just like you copy a stone CD, the cutting never be the same as the handwriting, on the paper or other surface. So, but in other words, stone has its own characteristics. You cannot really duplicate other media like a computer or other surface media. You can cut double cut on one side instead of going like this. So you can broaden the single cut. Just make one coarse side like on my left side, and then you cut further on the right to broaden that. So still keep one side coarse, one side smooth. That's also possible. I'll just use my own single cut method. I think I don't really can do his like he doesn't turn the stone as I do. He doesn't use this wheel. He will hold the stone in one direction and cut all the horizontals, and then twist 90 degrees to cut all the verticals. But I have that idea, so I want to. So when you understand his process, you will see that all the chipping side of dashes are on the upper side, because he cut only in one direction, right? So that helps you to. And I see a lot of cutting here. I like it to combine some other schools of you see this cutting, but I do not lift my cut. I just restart, and I restart a little bit. I restart. So this is also cutting, but not pushing. So I can create some kind of uneven lines, not just a smooth line, to simulate the erosion in the stone and in the bronze seal. And I think this part is kind of tricky. The two lines crossing, which one is in the front, which one is in the back. I don't know. Just cut it like that. Okay. Okay. This long cut really powerful, just like his trademark cutting of. But I see two sections. One ends right there. Okay, now it's like that. So going like this. I start from the middle. When I feel it's off the course, I restart. Make a restart. Okay. I turn the corner a little bit to get that end, and then this one I can change the course side, right? Not really. Let's just go slow. Go slow. I kind of fake the chipping effect. Kind of hard. So this one goes kind of behind like this, and we just make that like that, overlapping. And you can just wave your knife to get something like simulate the chipping. Okay. Okay, another aesthetic of modern calligraphy, maybe seal engraving as well, is to vary each stroke in terms of beginning and ending, so they look not the same. It's very detailed, so like the Japanese would do to study a steady rubbing, or just they're not theoretical at all. They're very technical. They'll get every detail, the subtleties of every turns and every little movement. And you can see how these turns are closed or open. Maybe I'll just leave it open, so we can have one open, one closed, one crossing on the top, one on the bottom. So these joints are all different. So this one from the bottom. Okay. Actually, this one is also, but this one is a little bit detached. This one closing. Okay. And you can see his starting is like here. There's a triangle, but I missed that. I make this one is just varied. That's the point. It could be either. So just make this two a little different, right? So they will look more organic, less mechanical. I'll just go outside the just like that. So be sure your hand is not in the way. Just push forward all the way to the edge, outside the edge. Okay. Now I see some kind of like a drill school cutting. It's just cut down with a like that, very thin. Just cut down. Yeah. And here. Let's see this. It's kind of hard to find his. Oh, he probably did this. You can lean the knife inward instead of that. So the course is on this side. Oh, actually, this one. I try to find the coarse side. That's the one I get. So the smooth side is on the outside. Yeah. Okay. Now these two horizontals, they don't really hard crossing. So it's maybe some in the middle, and this one kind of a little bit curve, Okay, now this final stroke is really going to make Qi Baishi or not Qi Baishi. You can see, if it's fake Qi Baishi or true Qi Baishi. This is like it. Oh, my arm is shaking. So I double cut it. This is a sharp tip. Okay, and then this final one. I always wonder if he does up from bottom up or from let's see. Let's look at the other seals to get some clue here. I think he probably pushed up this slant, this including this long one, this vertical. So because you cannot go deep in the beginning, you go deeper and deeper in the end, right? So my coarse side should be And no matter what, the natural way is the best way. Just to do it, right? So I will cut from this edge the farthest I can go. So the tip is not inside maybe the frame, because it's, let me see, my design is breaking that bottom, right? Okay, so I cut right outside and just go.
Good.
Okay. I noticed that he has a little bit curve, so maybe a little bit curve on the top. Okay, now we chip the edges. Sorry about the noise. Okay, here is a little tricky area that the edge and the stroke kind of merge, right? So this kind of subtle things, if you missed it, you cannot read it sometimes. So be careful with that. Another part, you can just let it go. Here, we need to chip more. So let me just do something. This is really fun. Really fun. I like that. It's really stress releasing. Cutting is the fun part of the design, and this is definitely I enjoy the process. You know, Qi Baishi is a follower of another artist, Wu Changshuo. He would shake the stone in a box, in a blunt, a closed box with other objects in it, to make this kind of random chipping. And this kind of edge is traditionally used as authenticity mark, so you cannot really duplicate, right? But with the chemical, with some kind of 3D printing or whatever, printing process, erosion kind of plate, they can duplicate everything. So no longer authenticity measure, but still keep as an aesthetic value. Those chipping, those kind of organic corners or waves, kind of hard to mimic. You can only get randomly, right? Sometimes it's kind of hard to make. As the edge part is really hard. Try to make it look like a natural course, made by natural courses, not man-made effects. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm going to wash it and see if it. I feel it's not thick enough. Let me see. Maybe I can make some part. little more thicker. I try to create some fake chipping. Maybe I just kind of chop. Yeah, I hope I can do that. Not really possible. Yeah, you can combine strokes for sure. Yeah. Create some kind of maze. What time is it? Oh, it's already past the hour. Sorry about the time. Okay, let me show you the result. I'm going to dust it off first. Wow, there's a lot of debris here. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Let's see, I have it. Okay, here's the design. I will put a rubber under it. It's the debris on the table. They need a soft padding. Yeah. Okay, now I use my old pad. I don't mind if it got debris in it. Okay. Blow some air or moisture from the mouth. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty close, huh? I think only a few adjustments, like here, this stroke should go a little longer, touch the other side. I'm too careful here. Let me just extend that a little bit. So we cut in a controlled way. I just cut the tip a little longer. Maybe this one is a blunt ending. So be careful. Some sharp, some just blunt, and vary the beginning and ending of each stroke. Okay. And here, I try not to make them look like too polite. They should kind of fight for space, but not to break the rules. So they are kind of tight, so tight, so close, but not to invade others or too intrusive to other part. Okay, let me see. This three like all sharp, so you want to make some of them little rounded or blunt. Just vary a little bit. Or vary the thickness could also help. Okay, basically just the connection between the strokes, I think, to make regrouping some, the parts so they form more abstract space. Some ending and beginning are merged. Not exactly. There's higher thing there. I like this character. It's pretty spontaneous. So just leave that. Okay. You can see my power is not enough to do the kind of cut. That's why Qi Baishi is unduplicatable. You can only copy his composition maybe, but only that would be very makes great difference from other artists, because his space arrangement is so powerful. Okay. Let's do another clean copy, see if it looks better. So this time I'll just newer ink. Okay. Oops, I think I moved a little bit. Smudged a little bit. Oh, still good. Still looks good. Alright. Okay, I think I got the spirit of Qi Baishi. Pretty satisfied. His straightforwardness, yeah. It's a single cut, kind of carefree style. A childish structure, in terms of uneven. In classical, so you will see all these little closed squares equal, but now not with Qi Baishi. They are varied. Space between the lines are squished and stretched, different. So that's the feeling of Qi Baishi we have got, including those chipping edges. We just did with random knocking, and I will let you go. But after lunch, maybe I will do another seal for the same kind with female deity or spirit grants power. That's the next one. And that will conclude this series. I hope you got inspiration from Qi Baishi and other schools of seal engraving artists, and looking forward to see your work. You can still submit your work to me, but maybe after September I will not be responsible, okay? And you can, if you want to continue, you can join our online class. That's a economic way to do it. So you can create a outside class discussion group in the NIM network. Our regular online class, which includes Victoria's calligraphy also. And I will add a seal discussion there, maybe. So that's all for live class this season. And I hope you.
Henry?
Yes.
Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see.
Where is it?
What's your question?
So I did this while we were talking.
Oh, really? Did you make an imprint? Oh. Well, wonderful. It looks great. Let me see if I can see larger picture. If removed. Oh, I can see that. Yeah. So very good. I think you're very skillful. I'm very happy to see that. Yeah,
I think it's a little bit off to the side, but
I think it works. So you can see the drawing only serves as guide, just like the stroke guide and on the
right.
Yeah, I think your cutting is much better, very powerful. I think make a print to show us.
I will.
I will. Yeah, and you can do that after class. I'll forward to the class. So that's all for the class. And any other comments? Oh, I have another.
Yeah.
seal to
This
show.
is Susie.
Susie, okay. Let me make replace spotlight. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a coincidence. Your last name is the character in another class, right? Xie. Yeah, beautiful. So you're like a grass style seal. That's very innovative. Okay. Yeah, you did very good too. The strokes, and I think it's in between calligraphy and the seal. You still get the feel of cutting, double cutting, and very nice, straight.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Beautiful. I like the slant that cross
Yeah,
all
that's
the.
my last name, and then I have these others that I.
Oh, you
tried.
told me yeah. I think this new one I really like it looks like yours, your handwriting. Yeah, more like that.
I need to practice because my lines are not as nice as it should, and here's this one.
Wow, nice.
It's also the last name I learned from calligraphy, and I really enjoyed that class. All these are freehand, so Ron, you are not alone. I haven't learned how to transfer yet.
Oh, you just enjoy it. Yeah, I think it for learning purpose, it's good to draw your design on the stone, mirror it. Yeah. Very good.
I really enjoy your class. This is going to be a good hobby, and it's a wonderful thing to learn. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. I'm very glad you have a very successful class.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments? And Cassie.
Henry, I wanted to say that I just think this is fascinating. You know, I had no idea how fascinating this was going to be.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, thank you for.
thank you, because it's, the skill of carving, but also the history of it and everything. It's fascinating. So thank you.
Yeah, just broaden everybody's. Also, myself, I learned a lot because before I really, teaching is the best learning process. So if you want to learn something, teach it. So I learned a lot to enhance my future artistry and seal. Yeah, I definitely. Thank you.
One of my favorite sayings is, "The master has the master's made more mistakes than you have." That's sort of a generalization of the statement.
Yeah.
But the master learns from the mistakes.
Yeah, that's true. I just heard a story from Susan. I think Barbara, not Susan. She's not here. She's probably left. She said she made the 2 seals, but just realized it was wrongly mirrored. It didn't re-mirror, so she has to erase that. So that kind of experience just.
I've done that.
Yeah, I had that too. So everybody should have that to grow, So you can, no matter what caution I give you or method I teach you, until you make such mistake, you will not really get it. So mistake is a mother of success, right? Okay. I thank you everybody again to
Thank you, Henry.
join
Wonderful
this.
class.
Yeah, we have still a class with Victoria. Right? I will see you again next week. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye now.
Bye.
Bye bye.